Okay, so remember, you go into Anatomy Physiology Revealed. Over here, the cadaver dissection tool says Launch Anatomy Physiology Revealed. You click on that. It's going to open you up to this, and then you're going to go down and select the module, Tissues. Now, if you really want to go out there, what you can do is you can click on the different systems, and then you can see the different types of tissues that are in the. I'm sorry. Here, hold on. Tissues. Going to histology. Here we are. Yeah, then they're here. So let's just look at some pictures of skeletal muscle. I just want to show you this here. So this is skeletal muscle. What are you seeing here? Can you turn off the lights again in the back, because it'll probably make it easier for us to see that. What are you seeing here? Tell me what you see. Striations. What else do you see? What's that? We don't see apical or basal. We just see striations. We see multiple nuclei. Yep, multiple nuclei. What about the organization of this? Very organized or not organized? And if you want, here you can click on this. Now, this doesn't apply so much for us because we're not really getting into identification, but if you want, you can. What's nice down here, it gives you the location, gives you description, and also gives you some more information on all these. Okay, skeletal muscle. Look at cardiac muscle. Now this one's tough. I'm really having a hard time seeing striations here. Can you see the intercalated discs? Maybe. What are the intercalated discs? It's the little lines. And what do those little lines mean? What are they showing? Where what is happening? There's branching and where the two cells come together and touch each other. That's the intercalated disc, where the two cells meet. Okay? This one's tough. I can see some striations here. They're hard to see, but you do see the intercalated discs. Why would you say this is not a connective tissue of some sort? There's a lot of nuclei. Yeah, a lot. Smooth muscle. This one's a tough one too. The nuclei are there, lots of nuclei, but what we're not seeing are striations. I don't see intercalated discs. So this one's a challenge. This one's a tough one. All right. Let me just go back out of this so I can go back here, because this is a different view of hyaline cartilage that we saw before. Okay. So this is hyaline cartilage. What are you seeing? What are you not seeing in this? What do you see? Tell me what you see, first of all. What's that? A lot of nuclei. Nuclei of the cells. What do the cells look like? Kind of like eyes, right? Yeah, kind of like eyes looking at you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead. What was you saying? The lacuna? Yeah, lacuna are the holes that the cells live in. Yeah, we'll learn about lacuna as we move on. Yep. So the chondrocytes live in the lacuna. Yep. What else are you seeing here or not seeing? Yeah, we're seeing space between these cells. So if we see a lot of space between the cells, what kind of tissue is this? Like big category. Like epithelial, connective, muscle, nervous. Which one? See a lot of space between the cells. Connective. Okay, so now we know that we have different types of connective tissue. We have loose connective tissue, we have dense connective tissue, we have cartilage, we have muscle, cartilage, and we have bone and blood. So what would you say? I mean, I know you know this is cartilage, but how do you know this is cartilage versus like a dense or a loose connective tissue? Clarity. What do you mean by clarity? I get what you're saying, but I just wanted you to explain that. Yeah, it's translucent. Looks like glass. What are you not seeing in here that's in connective tissue? Yeah, we're not seeing fibers. That's correct. See how there's an absence of fibers here. So make sure that when you're looking at these pictures, don't just say, this is, hyaline cartilage. Okay, next. Really look at it and see what you are seeing, what you aren't seeing, and identify those things, because those things differentiate. That's how you know that this is hyaline versus a fibrocartilage or an elastic cartilage. Because we can look at fibrocartilage, well, you maybe saw a little bit because I put up there for just a few seconds. You see a difference here? What's the difference? You can see the fibers, and what do the fibers look like? Wavy. Are they thick or thin? Thin? A little bit of both. Yeah, a little bit of both. Okay. You can see the chondrocytes, right? Okay. Let's look at elastic cartilage. The fibers look a lot different, don't they? Fibers here are more dense. They're darker. And they're harder to pick out. You can see fibers are there, all this darkness here. You can see the fibers, but they're not as well defined as in the fibrocartilage, right? Okay? Well, where's the quiz here? You're supposed to be able to quiz yourself. All content quiz. Test topic. Okay, here we are. Structures, histology, test type. Well, there's different types you can do here. You can do lab practical or multiple choice. I'm just going to show you here. Select number of questions. Let's just do 10 here. So I'm just going to start here. All right. So you can practice if you want. It just gives you different pictures. This is a heck of a one to start off on. But highlighted is blue in this case. So what structure is highlighted? And what you're looking at here is, are you looking at stratified squamous epithelial tissue? Are you looking at a squamous cell? Are you looking at the stratum corneum, the stratum basale, the stratum granulosum? Really, this is what you're starting out with. But I'm guessing it's the stratified squamous epithelial tissue. That's my guess. Okay, so let's say where do I pick my answer? There. Tells you whether it's correct or not. So you can go through this if you want. You can end it now. You can go through it again. But you can go through and quiz yourself if you want. If you just want different views. Otherwise, what you can do is just go through here. What I'm saying is that when you're doing your assignments, your lab practical, you may find some of the answers here. If you go in here to the skeletal system, for example, and you click on histology, they're going to have some other options here. So you might see some other views of elastic cartilage. So if you're looking at a picture and you're like, what the heck is this? Where can I find this? You might be able to go into the individual systems of the body and then find different pictures of the same type of tissue. So this is elastic cartilage, for example. One thing you can do if you want, you can go down here and you can click on the tags. And then it'll tag things and you can click on it and then it will come up with what it is. So if you like, what is this? What is this space that I'm seeing here? What's this thing? It'll tell you what it is in case you want the tags. All right? So I think that's about it. So you can go through here and play around with it if you want. So that's about all I have for you for today. Would you mind getting the lights in the back again? So before we call it a day, what questions do you have for me? Yes. If there's an app for this this particular one, I don't think they have an app that works with this. You could try. You can put in Anatomy Physiology Revealed. I'm guessing they don't, because if it did, it would have to draw from the web anyway, and there'd be a lot of. It would be a big app, I think. But you could try it. I don't know if there is. Back in the day when they first came out with this, it was actually on a disk, and then you'd put it into your computer, and then the disk would whir away and give you all this stuff. So you can check. I'm not sure, but you might have to log in then with your username and your email and your password, because that's for Connect, because that's your way to get in here. This comes included with Connect. Yes, go ahead. Smooth muscle is voluntary, it says? It should be involuntary. I don't see why it says yeah, right. So thank you for pointing that out. On page 10 in your notes, number 12, it says smooth muscle is voluntary. It should be involuntary, in that we do not have voluntary control. As far as the smooth muscle, what it said was visceral or involuntary. Yeah. So visceral just means that it's found in your viscera. It's found in like your gut. That's where you see most of the smooth muscle tissue. Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. What other questions do you have? Have you had enough for one day? All right. You have a good day. Thanks, everyone.